Let's talk about this moment, because we have the FANG stocks all off. We have some of the big high flyers off. ARK Invest, of course, which has been this high-flying ETF that had so many of those names in it. Also, not only off because those are off, but maybe even helping perpetuate some of this because people are taking their money out of that. What do you see happening here?
Well, I think the sector as a whole got to a pretty frothy high valuation. And interestingly, the core tech stocks, the ones that are profitable and growing at a steady rate, are actually at this level reasonable. Facebook is trading at 25 times earnings, for example. And I think what you've seen and what you just outlined is that the stocks that do have a good foundation of earnings and growth have traded off less than the ones that are much more speculative, like Tesla, where you have to imagine an utterly fantastic future for that stock ever to justify its valuation. We've seen the SPACs get hammered. Obviously, a lot of crypto has been hammered. Crypto is where the real speculative mania is right now. But I think actually, if you look at the core tech stocks, including some of the cloud stocks, now the valuations are okay. It doesn't tell you much about what's going to happen next week or next year, but they were starting to get into a zone where a company like Snowflake that is growing as fast as it's growing, 6 times revenue, that seems okay.
What about Tesla? What about Palantir?
Tesla?
Where do you...
To me, Tesla has always been extraordinarily speculative. And if you look at a lot of the big tech stocks, a lot of them seem to be coalescing around 10 times revenue. If you do not have to have unbelievably heroic assumptions, because these are companies mostly that should have a high profit margin, or they're a subscription-based business like Snowflake that ultimately should have, it's like Salesforce, it should be really locked in. Tesla's very different. This is still mainly an automobile company. It's going to have a much lower margin. So for Tesla to be trading at well over 10 times revenue, again, if the speculative mood breaks and people dash for cover, I think there's a lot more downside there.
Okay, here's my big question. I want to ask you about crypto, because to me, crypto is in this moment that feels like the late 90s to me. Not necessarily in a bad way, which is to say that, there were so many internet companies that emerged during the late 90s. Many failed, and a couple of them won. And then, of course, the internet emerged as this remarkable force in our economy. It's very possible, in my mind, that blockchain similarly does the same thing. The question is, which ones are going to be resilient and which ones aren't? And I think it's very hard to make those picks right now. But given your experience over the years, how do you think about that?
I think you've outlined exactly the way I think about it. And I think that's the smart way to think about it, which is there are good fundamental reasons why we may have cryptocurrencies and blockchain in the future. They are certainly taking a long time to get here. I will say it's been over a decade and we're still not seeing enormous usage of it, but good fundamental reasons for that. But to your point, that doesn't mean that dozens of cryptocurrencies are all going to do well forever. So to me, at this point, it's just pure speculation. And I say that, and folks like Joe, who own Bitcoin, immediately sort of take umbrage at that. And I'm not a speculator. Speculating's fine. There's nothing wrong morally with speculating. Obviously, tons of people have made tons of money doing it. It's fun. It's interesting. But if someone is investing, especially in a lot of the cryptocurrencies that are not the big names, we'll talk about Bitcoin in a second, and expecting that they're just going to go up forever and it's just a matter of holding them, then I think that person needs a talking to.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.